Well, now I want to talk about meal planning first. One of your fat loss systems you created is the carb rotation diet. Now, can you maybe just give an overview of what that diet entails and why rotating your carbs like that is so effective for fat loss?
Well, in general, most people have this almost addiction to carbs. We eat too many carbohydrates. If you look at the average analysis of most people's meal plans, they're very, very carb-heavy, sometimes even fat-heavy, very low in protein. And that's one of the reasons why, as Americans anyways, we tend to gain weight so easily, and there's so many that are overweight, is because of the ratio in how we eat our foods. So I created the carb rotation diet to, one, break that habit or break that addiction of thinking you need those carbohydrates or those sugars, because your body does get used to those sugars all the time. And what can happen is, at some point, the body cannot metabolize all of them, and you start to break down a little in regards to the insulin working properly, and many people end up with type 2 diabetes as a result of that. So, we want to break that addiction or that habit so that your body knows it doesn't have to rely on those sugars. And I created the rotating your carbs method of that so that you could realistically do it as well as easily do it. Some of these programs are just very, very extreme. And, yes, they can work for the short term, but where do you go from there? And with me being a registered dietitian, I wanted to make sure that, you had a place to go to after you lost your weight as well as learning along the way. So, the beginning idea was to break that addiction, but the second idea was to teach you how to eat the proper nutrients and why you're eating them. What are they doing to your body? How are they helping you? How are you living a better life as a result of that? And in result, you're going to lose weight. So that's kind of where the carb rotation diet idea came from, was a little bit of reinforce, realign what your body should be doing, as well as teaching you why it should be doing it.
Okay, awesome. So this is a plan that someone could realistically be on for forever. Like, this is a healthy, balanced eating plan.
Correct.
Okay, awesome.
And in the program, there's actually an entire section on maintenance, as well as food label reading, all kinds of things to have people make those healthy choices every day of the week for the rest of their life, not just, hey, I'm on this program, but, this is a new, healthier way of eating for them.
Awesome. And so what makes the rotating method a better method than other low-carb diets that people may have heard of, such as like the Atkins diet from years ago?
Well, we don't allow people to necessarily say, hey, just as long as it's low-carb, you can eat whatever junk food you want, with high fats and high calories and things like that, because to me, that's not teaching someone how to live a healthier lifestyle. You need to encompass all the variables of a healthy lifestyle when you make, the decision to actually live a healthier life. So just because weight loss is happening doesn't mean you're living a healthier life based off of, what you're doing to achieve that weight loss. So, it's more about teaching you as well as your body how to utilize that protein when you eat it. Why are you eating these types of foods at this time? What's the benefit of that? And also, your body does need carbohydrates. It's not that you can live just off of no carbohydrates at all. So it's a little bit of a psychological thing with your brain too, because if you always feel that you're going to fail or you can never have carbs or this and that, it just really sets people up for failure, because they tend to splurge, they binge, and they fall off the boat, so to speak, in regards to their healthy eating plans. Mm-hmm. So as much physical as it is, it's also mental. It's retraining your brain to adapt this healthier lifestyle and not feel like you're being, deprived of anything.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any basis to, like, there's a lot of products and stuff out there that incorporate cheat days into their diet plans? Do you think there's any basis to, like, a full-blown eat whatever you want type of cheat day?
I do believe in some instances there is. It does kind of depend on what type of programs you're following. I mean, I guess some people would call what I call a high carbohydrate day a cheat day in a way, because I'm not having you actually measure your carbohydrates. I'm still having you do certain guidelines, but if you're hungry, you're hungry. You can eat more of that, or things like that. But there is some truth to the fact of, depending on how restrictive you are with your eating, that a cheat day helps reset the hormone levels, particularly leptin, so that your body continues to attempt to lose weight and not go into more of a starvation type mode.
Okay.